Chapter 1, Part 3. In the film, the protagonist, a humanoid alien named Klaatu, tells another character, Helen Benson, that if any harm befalls him, she must say that phrase to the robot Gort to resurrect him. It is known by some as one of the most famous commands in science fiction and one of the most famous phrases ever spoken by an extraterrestrial. It has been referenced many times throughout pop culture, including in Star Wars, where one of Jabba the Hutt's employees is Barada, a member of the Klaatuinian species. There is also a species called Nikto, and another of Jabba the Hutt's employees is a character named Klaatu, himself a member of the Nikto species. In the 1992 movie Army of Darkness, the character Ash Williams recites the phrase to safely retrieve the Necronomicon and to travel back to his time period. Lastly, Willie Nile uses the phrase in the bridge of his song, The Day the Earth Stood Still, from his 2021 album of the same name. This phrase was created as part of the alien language created for the film by the writer Edmund H. North. The phrase was never translated officially, although there have been some attempts. For example, philosophy professor Ayon J. Scoble speculates that the phrase is part of a fail-safe feature used during diplomatic missions and that the phrase indicates that escalation is unnecessary. Other guest translations include, Stop barbarism, I have death bind. I die, repair me, do not retaliate. There's hope for Earth if the scientists can be reached. However, I'll end with the fact that in accepting the AFI Life Achievement Award in 1998, the director of the film, Robert Wise, closed his acceptance of the award with, I'd like to say, Klaatu Barada Nikto, which, roughly translated tonight, means thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. We don't want any adventures here. You might try over the hill or across the water. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit. Adventure, heh? Excitement, heh? A Jedi craves not these things. Yoda, before beginning Luke's Jedi training. Star Wars Episode 5, Greendom, Infinitum, Perfecta, Perfect Greendom, Infinitum, Protecta, Protecta, The Spirit of Future Progress. By Brother Bobby James Flavin, December 26, 2023 Introduction. The future is a mystery, but one thing is for sure, it will be shaped by the spirit of progress. This spirit is driven by our desire to improve our lives, to solve problems, and to make the world a better place. It is the spirit that has led to the development of new technologies, new ideas, and new ways of living. The spirit of progress is not always easy to see. There are times when it seems like the world is getting worse, not better. But even in the darkest of times, there are always people who are working to make things better. These are the people who embody the spirit of progress. This book is about the spirit of progress. It is about the people who have made it possible and the challenges that lie ahead. It is about the future and the role that we all play in shaping it. We live in a time of great change. The world is becoming more interconnected, more complex, and more challenging. But it is also a time of great opportunity. We have the power to make the world a better place, and the spirit of progress is our guide. We are the ones who will shape the future. We are the ones who will make the world a better place. We are the ones who embody the spirit of progress. Let us go forth and create a better future for ourselves and for all of humanity. The heavens every Christmas, we are reminded of the heavenly reality entering our home planet, Earth, and the birth of the Christ child being born in Bethlehem. The nativity scene is a representation of the birth of Jesus Christ. It typically includes a manger, a baby Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the 3 wise men. The nativity scene is an important part of the Christmas season because it reminds us of the story of Jesus' birth and the hope and joy that it brought to the world. The prophecy of the house of David is a reference to the Old Testament promise that a descendant of David would be born to save the people of Israel. This prophecy was fulfilled when Jesus was born in Bethlehem, the city of David. The nativity scene and the prophecy of the house of David are both important reminders of the true meaning of Christmas. They remind us of the birth of Jesus Christ, who came to save us from our sins and to bring us hope and joy. The way I view the heavens is as a place of peace, joy, and love. It is a place where all our desires are fulfilled and we are at one with God. I believe that the heavens are not a place of inactivity, but a place of activity and creativity. We will be able to use our talents and gifts to the fullest and we will be able to learn and grow in wisdom and love. The heavens are also a place of community. We will be reunited with our loved ones who have passed away, and will make new friends with people from all over the world. We will be able to share our experiences and learn from each other. The heavens are a place of perfect happiness. We will be free from all pain, suffering, and sin. We will be able to experience the fullness of God's love, and we will be filled with joy and peace. The heavens are a place of hope. It is a place where we can look forward to spending eternity with God and all of our loved ones. It is a place where we can experience the fullness of life and love. As Catholics, we believe that we have a share in the heavens. We believe that we will be resurrected on the last day and that we will live with God forever. This is a great hope that sustains us through the challenges of life. It gives us the strength to live our lives in love and service to others. We can also experience the heavens here on earth. When we love God and our neighbor, we are experiencing a taste of the heavens. When we are at peace with ourselves and with others, we are experiencing a taste of the heavens. When we are filled with joy and hope, we are experiencing a taste of the heavens. The heavens are a place of perfect happiness, but we can experience a taste of that happiness here on earth. When we live our lives in love and service to others, we are preparing ourselves for the heavens. We are building our mansion in heaven. My understanding of what Joseph Campbell said is that heaven and hell are not places, but states of being. He drew on the Upanishads, which say that the only thing that separates heaven and hell is a thin veil. This veil is our own ignorance of our true nature. When we are ignorant of our true nature, we live in a state of fear and anxiety. We are afraid of death, afraid of failure, afraid of being rejected. This fear creates hell. When we come to know our true nature, we realize that we are not separate from the universe. We are one with all that is. This realization brings us peace and joy. It is heaven. The Upanishads say that we can all experience heaven and hell in this lifetime. It is up to us to choose which one we will experience. If we choose to live in fear, we will experience hell. If we choose to live in love and compassion, we will experience heaven. As I understand it, Campbell said that the journey to heaven is a journey of self-discovery. It is a journey of learning to love and accept ourselves for who we are. It is a journey of letting go of our fears and our attachments. When we complete this journey, we will find ourselves in heaven. Resurrection stories have been a part of humanity's culture and spirituality in every age. One of the earliest examples is the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which dates back to the 16th century BC. The book contains spells and instructions that were believed to help the deceased navigate the afterlife and achieve resurrection. Other examples of resurrection stories include the Greek myth of Orpheus, the Christian story of Jesus Christ, and the Hindu story of Krishna. These stories have all had a profound impact on human culture and spirituality, and they continue to be told and retold today. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is a collection of spells and instructions that were believed to help the deceased navigate the afterlife and achieve resurrection. The book was written on papyrus scrolls and buried with the deceased. The spells and instructions were intended to help the deceased overcome the challenges of the afterlife, such as the judgment of Osiris and the dangers of the underworld. The Greek myth of Orpheus tells the story of a musician who descended into the underworld to rescue his wife, Eurydice. Orpheus played his music so beautifully that it charmed the gods of the underworld, who allowed him to take Eurydice back to the land of the living. However, Orpheus was forbidden from looking back at Eurydice as they were leaving the underworld. He disobeyed the gods, and Eurydice was lost to him forever. The Christian story of Jesus Christ tells the story of a man who was crucified and then resurrected 3 days later. Jesus' resurrection is a central belief of Christianity, and it is believed to be a sign of God's love for humanity. The Hindu story of Krishna tells the story of a god who was born as a human. Krishna is believed to have been a great teacher and a warrior, and he is also believed to have been resurrected after his death. Resurrection stories have been a part of humanity's culture and spirituality for thousands of years. These stories have had a profound impact on human thought and behavior, and they continue to be told and retold today. The Apostles' Creed is a statement of faith that summarizes the core beliefs of Christianity. It is believed to have been written by the apostles, and it is used by Christians all over the world. The Creed begins with the words, "I believe in God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth." This statement affirms the belief in one God, who is the creator of all things. The next part of the Creed affirms the belief in Jesus Christ, who is the Son of God. It states that Jesus was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, and crucified under Pontius Pilate. The Creed also affirms that Jesus died and was buried, but that he rose from the dead on the third day. The final part of the Creed affirms the belief in the Holy Spirit, who is the third person of the Trinity. The Creed states that the Holy Spirit is the giver of life, and that he will guide us into all truth. The resurrection of the body and life everlasting is a central belief of Christianity. It is the belief that when we die, our bodies will be raised from the dead and we will live forever with God in heaven. This belief is based on the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The resurrection of the body and life everlasting is a hope that gives us strength to live our lives in the present. It is a hope that we will one day be reunited with our loved ones who have died and that we will live forever in the presence of God. The third eye is a spiritual concept that refers to the sixth chakra, or Ajna chakra, in the Hindu tradition. It is located in the middle of the forehead, between the eyebrows. The third eye is often associated with intuition, clairvoyance, and spiritual awakening. The Kundalini serpent is a symbol of spiritual energy that is said to lie dormant at the base of the spine. When Kundalini is awakened, it is said to rise through the chakras, eventually reaching the third eye, and eventually the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. This process is often associated with spiritual growth and transformation. The opening of the third eye is a sign that one is on the path to spiritual enlightenment. It is a time of great change and growth, and it can be accompanied by a variety of experiences, such as visions, dreams, and heightened intuition. This is a great way to experience heavenly euphoria while alive, and can be achieved through meditation. The opening of the third eye is a profound and life-changing experience. If you are open to it, it can lead to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. I have experienced my relationship with this process mostly through intuitive introspection of my own life. Sometimes it seems as though the heavens are in constant warfare because of the duality of the universe. The universe is made up of two opposing forces, good and evil, light and dark, love and hate. These forces are constantly at war with each other, and the outcome of this war will determine the fate of the universe. We can bring peace to the universe by aligning ourselves with the forces of good. We can do this by living our lives with love, compassion, and forgiveness. We can also help to spread awareness of the importance of peace and harmony in the world. By working together, we can create a more peaceful and harmonious world. May every kind thing you do be out of love, not for love. This is a beautiful quote from Morgan Richard Olivier. It reminds us that we should do good for the sake of doing good, not for the sake of getting something in return. When we do good for others out of love, we are not only making them happy, we are also making ourselves happy. We are experiencing a taste of the heavens. Let us all strive to live our lives in love and service to others. Let us build our mansions in heaven. Let us experience the heavens here on earth and in the afterlife. The future of space travel. Everyone will be an astronaut. The future of space travel is bright. In the past, space travel has been limited to a select few, but in the future, everyone will have the opportunity to experience the wonders of space. This is due to a number of factors, including the development of more affordable and accessible space vehicles, the increasing commercialization of space travel, and the growing public interest in space exploration. One of the biggest factors driving the future of space travel is the development of more affordable and accessible space vehicles. In the past, space travel was prohibitively expensive, only available to governments and large corporations. However, new technologies, such as reusable rockets and electric propulsion, are making space travel much more affordable. This means that in the future, it will be possible for individuals and small businesses to afford to travel to space. Another factor driving the future of space travel is the increasing commercialization of space. In the past, space travel was primarily a government-funded endeavor. However, in recent years, there has been a growing trend towards commercialization of space. This is due to the fact that there is a growing market for space-based services, such as satellite communications, Earth observation, and space tourism. The growing public interest in space exploration is also driving the future of space travel. In the past, space exploration was seen as a scientific endeavor. However, in recent years, there has been a growing public interest in space exploration, driven by factors such as the increasing popularity of space-based entertainment, such as movies and TV shows, and the growing awareness of the importance of space exploration for the future of humanity. The future of space travel is bright. In the future, everyone will have the opportunity to experience the wonders of space. This is due to a number of factors, including the development of more affordable and accessible space vehicles, the increasing commercialization of space travel, and the growing public interest in space exploration. The future of space travel is full of possibilities. It is an exciting time to be alive, and we are all part of the journey. One way to get more involved is through the Planetary Society. The Planetary Society is a non-profit organization dedicated to the exploration and protection of our solar system. Founded in 1980 by Carl Sagan, the Society has a membership of over 600,000 people from around the world. There are many reasons why everyone should join the Planetary Society. First, the Society is a leading advocate for space exploration. It has been instrumental in the development of many of NASA's most successful missions, including the Voyager, Galileo, and Cassini-Huygens missions. The Society also supports private space exploration companies such as SpaceX and Blue Origin. Second, the Planetary Society is a strong voice for planetary protection. It works to ensure that human activities do not harm other planets, such as Mars and Europa. The Society also advocates for the preservation of Earth's natural environment. Third, the Planetary Society is a great way to learn about space exploration. The Society offers a variety of educational resources, including books, magazines, and online courses. The Society also hosts public events, such as lectures and planetarium shows. Finally, the Planetary Society is a great way to connect with other people who are interested in space exploration. The Society has a global network of members who share a common passion for space. If you are interested in space exploration, planetary protection, or learning more about our solar system, then you should join the Planetary Society. The Society is a valuable resource for anyone who is interested in the future of space exploration. If you are interested in learning more about the Planetary Society, please visit their website at www.planetary.org. Artificial intelligence, the key to galactic civilization. In the 2016 film Independence Day Resurgence, humanity is once again threatened by an alien invasion. This time, however, the aliens are more advanced than ever before, and they are determined to destroy Earth. In the face of this overwhelming threat, humanity turns to its greatest weapon, artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence AI in Independence Day Resurgence is a powerful tool that helps humanity to defeat the aliens. It is able to analyze vast amounts of data and come up with creative solutions to problems. The AI also plays a key role in the development of new weapons and technologies that are used to fight the aliens. The film Independence Day Resurgence is a fictional story, but it raises some important questions about the role of AI in our future. Is it possible that AI could be the key to helping humanity to grow into a galactic civilization? There are a number of reasons to believe that AI could play a positive role in our future. First, AI can help us to solve some of the most pressing problems facing humanity, such as climate change and poverty. AI can be used to develop new technologies that are more efficient and sustainable. AI can also be used to create new jobs and improve the lives of people around the world. Second, AI can help us to explore the universe. AI can be used to develop new space technologies that will allow us to travel to other planets and galaxies. AI can also be used to study the universe and to learn more about our place in it. Third, AI can help us to communicate with other intelligent life forms in the universe. If we ever encounter aliens, AI can help us to understand them and to communicate with them. AI can also help us to learn more about other civilizations and to share our own knowledge with them. Of course, there are also some risks associated with AI. AI could be used for malicious purposes, such as creating autonomous weapon systems that could kill without human intervention. AI could also be used to create surveillance systems that could track and monitor our every move. It is important to be aware of the risks associated with AI, but it is also important to remember that the potential benefits of AI are enormous. AI could help us to solve some of the most pressing problems facing humanity, and it could help us to grow into a galactic civilization. The Star Trek shows and films are a good example of how AI could be used for good. In Star Trek, AI is used to create a utopian society where everyone is safe, healthy, and happy. AI is used to solve all of the problems that humanity has faced in the past, such as poverty, disease, and war. The Star Trek universe is a fictional one, but it is a vision of what is possible if we use AI for good. We can use AI to create a better future for ourselves and for our children. We can use AI to grow into a galactic civilization that is peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable. The choice is ours. We can either use AI for good or for evil. We can either create a utopian future or a dystopian nightmare. The decision is up to us. How AI could help us map our galaxy and universe. The vastness of space is mind-boggling. Our own Milky Way galaxy contains over 200 billion stars, and there are billions of other galaxies in the observable universe. Mapping all of this space is a daunting task, but one that is essential to our understanding of the universe. Traditionally, astronomers have mapped the sky using telescopes and other instruments. This is a slow and painstaking process, and it is only possible to map a small portion of the sky at a time. AI can help to speed up this process by automating many of the tasks involved in mapping space. One way that AI can be used is to classify astronomical objects. This can be done by training an AI model on a dataset of known astronomical objects. The AI model can then be used to identify new objects in the sky. Another way that AI can be used is to detect and track objects in space. This can be done by using AI to analyze images and videos of the sky. The AI model can be trained to identify objects of interest, such as asteroids, comets, and exoplanets. These are tasks that are currently done by human astronomers, but are very time-consuming processes. AI can help to automate these tasks, allowing astronomers to focus on other areas of research. AI can also be used to model the evolution of the universe. This can be done by using AI to simulate the formation and evolution of galaxies and stars. This is a task that is currently done by human astronomers, but it is a very complex and computationally intensive process. AI can help to make these simulations more efficient and accurate. AI is a powerful tool that can be used to help us map our galaxy and universe. By automating many of the tasks involved in mapping space, AI can help us to learn more about the universe and our place in it. Here are some specific examples of how AI is being used to map the universe. The European Space Agency's Gaia mission is using AI to classify stars and galaxies. The Gaia mission has already mapped over 1 billion stars in our galaxy, and AI is helping to identify new stars and galaxies that were missed by the original survey. The Chinese Space Agency's FAST telescope is using AI to detect and track asteroids. FAST is the world's largest radio telescope, and it is capable of detecting asteroids that are too small to be seen by traditional telescopes. AI is helping to automate the process of asteroid detection, allowing FAST to track more asteroids than would be possible without AI. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, is using AI to model the evolution of the universe. NASA's AI model is capable of simulating the formation and evolution of galaxies and stars. This model is helping to improve our understanding of how the universe works. AI is a rapidly developing field, and it is only going to become more powerful in the years to come. As AI continues to develop, it will become an even more valuable tool for mapping our galaxy and universe. Artificial intelligence for settlement management on the Moon, Mars, and beyond. The Moon, Mars, and other planets in our solar system are becoming increasingly attractive destinations for human settlement. As our population grows and resources on Earth become scarce, we will need to look to other worlds for new homes. However, establishing settlements in these harsh and unforgiving environments will be a major challenge. One of the biggest challenges will be managing the resources of the settlement. Food, water, and air will be in short supply, and it will be essential to use these resources efficiently. AI can play a vital role in this by helping to optimize resource allocation and ensuring that the settlement is sustainable. AI can also be used to manage the safety of the settlement. In the event of a natural disaster or other emergency, AI can be used to quickly assess the situation and take steps to protect the inhabitants. AI can also be used to monitor the health of the settlement's inhabitants and to detect and respond to potential threats. In addition to managing resources and safety, AI can also be used to improve the quality of life for the inhabitants of the settlement. AI can be used to provide entertainment, education, and medical care. AI can also be used to create a more efficient and productive work environment. The use of AI in space settlement is still in its early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we live in space. By using AI, we can create settlements that are more sustainable, safer, and more enjoyable for the people who live in them. The use of AI in space settlement is still in its early stages, but it has the potential to revolutionize the way we live in space. By using AI, we can create settlements that are more sustainable, safer, and more enjoyable for the people who live in them. There are many things we need to be grateful for in this day and age. This includes better systems of healthcare, entertainment, as well as technology. However, there are certain principles we can work on to live a more fulfilling life. I'll start with gratitude. Gratitude, recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that has been shown to have a number of positive effects on our lives. When we are grateful, we feel happier, more optimistic, and more connected to others. We are also more likely to be helpful and compassionate. There are many ways to cultivate gratitude in our lives. One simple way is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. This could be anything from your health, to your family, to your home. Another way to practice gratitude is to simply take some time each day to reflect on the good things in your life. Notice the beauty of nature, the kindness of others, and the gifts that you have been given. Gratitude is not just about feeling good, it is also about taking action. When we are grateful, we are more likely to want to give back to others. We are more likely to help those in need and to make the world a better place. The benefits of gratitude are well documented. Studies have shown that gratitude can reduce stress and anxiety, improve mood, boost self-esteem, strengthen relationships, improve physical health, increase happiness. If you want to live a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life, I encourage you to cultivate gratitude in your life. It is a simple practice that can have a profound impact. Here are a few tips for practicing gratitude. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. This could be anything from your health to your family to your home. Take some time each day to reflect on the good things in your life. Notice the beauty of nature, the kindness of others, and the gifts that you have been given. Express your gratitude to others. Tell the people in your life how much you appreciate them. Volunteer your time to help others. When you help others, you are not only making a difference in their lives, you are also enriching your own life. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can transform our lives. By practicing gratitude, we can become happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. So take some time each day to appreciate the good things in your life. It will make a difference. Love and compassion. Embracing unconditional love and showing kindness to all beings. Love is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It can heal, it can inspire, and it can transform. Compassion is the deep understanding of the suffering of others and the desire to help alleviate that suffering. When we combine love and compassion, we can create a world that is more peaceful, more just, and more loving. Unconditional love is the kind of love that is not based on anything. It is not based on what someone does for us or how they make us feel. It is simply a deep and abiding love for another person, regardless of who they are or what they have done. Unconditional love is the most powerful kind of love, because it is the kind of love that can overcome any obstacle. Compassion is the ability to see the world through the eyes of another person. It is the ability to understand their pain and suffering and to want to help them. Compassion is not just about feeling sorry for someone, it is about taking action to help them. When we act with compassion, we are not only helping the other person, but we are also healing ourselves. When we combine love and compassion, we can create a powerful force for good in the world. We can make the world a more loving, more compassionate, and more peaceful place. Here are some ways to embrace unconditional love and show kindness to all beings. Be present with others. When you are with someone, give them your full attention. Listen to what they are saying and really try to understand their point of view. Be open-hearted. Let go of your judgments and preconceived notions. Be willing to see others for who they are, without trying to change them. Be forgiving. Everyone makes mistakes. When someone wrongs you, try to forgive them. Holding on to anger and resentment will only hurt you in the long run. Be kind. Do something nice for someone every day. It could be something small, like holding the door open for someone, or something bigger, like volunteering your time at a soup kitchen. When we practice love and compassion, we are not only making the world a better place, we are also making ourselves happier. When we open our hearts to others, we open ourselves up to the possibility of love and joy. So let's all embrace unconditional love and show kindness to all beings. Let's make the world a more loving, compassionate, and peaceful place. Forgiveness. Releasing resentment and finding healing through forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful act that can release us from the burden of resentment and bitterness. It is not always easy to forgive, but it is often necessary for our own healing. When we forgive, we are not condoning the actions of the person who hurt us, but we are choosing to let go of the anger and pain that they have caused us. Forgiveness does not mean that we forget what happened, but it does mean that we are no longer allowing it to control us. There are many benefits to forgiveness. When we forgive, we can experience a sense of peace and freedom. We can also improve our relationships with others and with ourselves. Forgiveness can even help us to heal from physical and mental health problems. If you are struggling to forgive someone, there are a few things you can do to help yourself. First, it is important to understand that forgiveness is a process. It may take time and effort, but it is worth it. Second, try to let go of any anger or resentment that you are holding on to. This may be difficult, but it is necessary for true forgiveness. Third, focus on the positive aspects of the person who hurt you. Remember that they are not perfect, and they may have made a mistake. Finally, forgive yourself for any role you may have played in the situation. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is always possible. When we forgive, we are not only setting ourselves free, but we are also helping the person who hurt us to heal. Here are some tips for finding healing through forgiveness. Talk to someone you trust about what happened. This can help you to process your emotions and to gain a new perspective on the situation. Write a letter to the person who hurt you, even if you don't plan on sending it. This can be a helpful way to express your feelings and to begin the process of letting go. Practice meditation or yoga. These activities can help you to relax and to focus on your inner peace. Spend time in nature. Being in nature can help to reduce stress and to promote feelings of calm and serenity. Volunteer your time. Helping others can help to put your own problems into perspective and to remind you that there is good in the world. Forgiveness is a journey, and it is not always easy, but it is a journey worth taking. When we forgive, we are not only setting ourselves free, but we are also helping the person who hurt us to heal. Unity, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and embracing a sense of oneness. The concept of unity is one that has been explored by philosophers, theologians, and artists for centuries. It is a complex idea that can be difficult to define, but it is generally understood to mean the interconnectedness of all things. In other words, unity is the idea that we are all part of something larger than ourselves, and that we are all connected to each other and to the universe. There are many ways to experience unity. One way is through nature. When we spend time in nature, we can feel a sense of awe and wonder at the beauty and interconnectedness of the natural world. We can also feel a sense of connection to the animals, plants, and other living things around us. Another way to experience unity is through meditation. Meditation can help us to quiet our minds and focus on the present moment. When we are able to do this, we can begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. We can see how our thoughts and actions affect others, and how we are all part of a larger whole. Unity is also a spiritual concept. Many religions and spiritual traditions believe that we are all connected to a higher power or source of energy. This connection can give us a sense of purpose and meaning in life. It can also help us to feel more connected to others and to the world around us. Embracing a sense of unity can have many benefits. It can help us to feel more peaceful and content. It can also help us to be more compassionate and understanding of others. When we feel connected to others, we are more likely to act in ways that benefit the whole community. The world is full of division and conflict. But by recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, we can begin to build a more peaceful and harmonious world. We can start by making small changes in our own lives. We can be more mindful of our impact on the environment. We can be more compassionate and understanding of others, and we can learn to live in harmony with the natural world. By embracing a sense of unity, we can create a better world for ourselves and for future generations. Surrender, letting go of control and trusting in a higher power or greater plan. In life, there are many things that are beyond our control. We can't control the weather, the stock market, or the actions of other people. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. When we try to control things that are out of our control, we experience stress, anxiety, and frustration. We may also feel like we are not in control of our own lives. Surrender is the act of letting go of control and trusting in a higher power or greater plan. It is not about giving up or being passive. It is about accepting that there are things that we cannot control and choosing to focus on the things that we can. There are many benefits to surrender. When we surrender, we can experience reduced stress and anxiety, increased peace of mind, improved self-confidence, greater trust in the universe, a deeper sense of connection with something greater than ourselves. Surrender is not always easy. It can be difficult to let go of control and trust that things will work out for the best. However, the rewards of surrender are worth the effort. When we surrender, we open ourselves up to a new world of possibilities and experiences. We can live our lives with greater peace and joy. There are many ways to surrender. One way is through meditation or prayer. Another way is through nature. Spending time in nature can help us to connect with something greater than ourselves and to let go of our worries and concerns. If you are struggling with surrender, there are a few things you can do. First, be patient with yourself. It takes time to learn to let go of control. Second, find a trusted friend or therapist who can support you on your journey. Third, practice mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness can help you to focus on the present moment and to let go of the past and the future. Gratitude can help you to appreciate the good things in your life and to see the world through a more positive lens. Surrender is a journey. It is not a destination. There will be times when we feel like we are in control and times when we feel like we are surrendering. The important thing is to keep moving forward and to continue to trust in the process. When we surrender, we open ourselves up to a new world of possibilities and experiences. We can live our lives with greater peace and joy. Surrender is a gift. It is a gift that we can give ourselves and a gift that we can share with others. Inner peace, cultivating a sense of calm and tranquility within oneself. Inner peace is a state of being calm, serene, and at ease. It is a feeling of contentment and satisfaction with oneself and one's life. Inner peace is not something that is easily achieved, but it is something that is worth striving for. There are many things that can help you to cultivate a sense of inner peace and reduce stress and anxiety. Some of these things include meditation. Meditation is a practice that can help you to quiet your mind and focus on the present moment. It can also help you to let go of negative thoughts and emotions. Yoga. Yoga is a mind-body practice that can help you to relax and improve your flexibility. It can also help you to focus on your breath and your body. Nature. Spending time in nature can help you to connect with the present moment and to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. Gratitude. Practicing gratitude can help you to focus on the positive things in your life and to appreciate what you have. Service to others. Helping others can help you to put your own problems into perspective and to feel a sense of purpose. Here are some tips for cultivating inner peace. Set realistic goals. Don't try to achieve inner peace overnight. It takes time and effort. Set small, achievable goals for yourself and work towards them gradually. Be patient. Don't get discouraged if you don't feel like you're making progress immediately. Inner peace is a journey, not a destination. Just keep practicing the things that you know will help you, and you will eventually reach your goal. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're struggling to achieve inner peace, don't be afraid to ask for help. There are many resources available to help you on your journey. Inner peace is a state of being that is within reach of everyone, but is not something you can achieve overnight. It takes time, effort, and commitment, but it is worth it. Inner peace can make your life happier, healthier, and more fulfilling. Self-reflection, engaging in introspection and self-examination for personal growth. Self-reflection is the process of thinking about oneself and one's actions. It is a critical skill for personal growth, as it allows us to identify our strengths and weaknesses, our goals and values, and the ways in which we can improve ourselves. There are many different ways to engage in self-reflection. One common method is journaling, in which we write about our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Another method is meditation, in which we focus on our inner thoughts and feelings without judgment. We can also engage in self-reflection through conversations with friends, family, or therapists. No matter how we choose to do it, self-reflection is a process that takes time and practice. It is important to be patient with ourselves and to not expect to see immediate results. However, the benefits of self-reflection are well worth the effort. One of the most important benefits of self-reflection is that it helps us to identify our strengths and weaknesses. When we know our strengths, we can build on them and use them to achieve our goals. When we know our weaknesses, we can work to overcome them and become better people. Self-reflection also helps us to identify our goals and values. When we know what we want out of life, we can make better decisions and take steps to achieve our goals. When we know what is important to us, we can make choices that are aligned with our values. Finally, self-reflection helps us to improve ourselves. When we are aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can make changes that will help us become better people. We can learn from our mistakes, we can develop new skills, and we can become more mindful and compassionate. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth. It is a process that takes time and practice, but the benefits are well worth the effort. By engaging in self-reflection, we can identify our strengths and weaknesses, our goals and values, and the ways in which we can improve ourselves. Here are some tips for engaging in self-reflection. Set aside time each day for reflection. Even a few minutes can make a difference. Find a comfortable place to reflect. This could be your bedroom, a park, or anywhere else where you can feel relaxed and focused. Write down your thoughts and feelings. This will help you to organize your thoughts and make sense of them. Be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to explore your dark thoughts and feelings. This is the only way to truly understand yourself. Be patient with yourself. Self-reflection is a process that takes time. Don't expect to see immediate results. Self-reflection is a lifelong journey. It is a process of constantly learning and growing. The more we engage in self-reflection, the better we will understand ourselves and the more we will be able to achieve our full potential. Faith. Trusting in a higher power or divine guidance, even in times of uncertainty. Faith is a powerful thing. It can give us strength, hope, and courage in the face of adversity. It can help us to overcome challenges and achieve our goals, and it can bring us closer to others who share our beliefs. But what exactly is faith, and how can we develop it in our own lives? Faith is often defined as the belief in a higher power or divine guidance. It can also be described as the deep trust or confidence in someone or something. In the context of religion, faith is often seen as a way to connect with God or a higher power. But faith is not just about religion. It can also be a way to find meaning and purpose in our lives. When we have faith, we believe that there is something bigger than ourselves, something that we can trust to guide us through life. This can give us a sense of security and peace, even in the midst of uncertainty. There are many ways to develop faith in our own lives. One way is to spend time in prayer and meditation. Another way is to read religious texts or books about spirituality. We can also learn from the experiences of others who have strong faith. Developing faith is not always easy. It can take time and effort, but it is worth it. Faith can make our lives richer and more meaningful. It can help us to cope with challenges and to achieve our goals, and it can bring us closer to others who share our beliefs. If you are struggling with faith, don't give up. There is help available. Talk to a religious leader or counselor, read books about spirituality, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask questions. The journey of faith is a personal one, and there is no one right way to do it. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Keep exploring your beliefs. Keep searching for meaning and purpose. And keep trusting that there is something bigger than yourself guiding you through life. Faith is a powerful thing. It can change our lives for the better. So don't be afraid to open your heart to it. You might be surprised by what you find. Purpose, discovering and living in alignment with one's true purpose or calling. What is the meaning of life? What is our purpose on this earth? These are questions that have been pondered by philosophers, theologians, and artists for centuries. There is no one answer that fits everyone, but there are some common themes that emerge when we talk about purpose. One common theme is that our purpose is to find something that we are passionate about and to devote our lives to it. When we are passionate about something, we are more likely to be motivated and to persevere through challenges. We are also more likely to make a positive impact on the world. Another common theme is that our purpose is to make a difference in the world. We can do this by helping others, by creating something new, or by simply living our lives with integrity and compassion. When we live our lives with purpose, we are not only making a difference in the world, but we are also enriching our own lives. Finding our purpose can be a lifelong journey. It may take time and effort, but it is worth it. When we find our purpose, we find our true calling. We find something that gives our lives meaning and direction. We find something that makes us feel alive. There are many ways to discover our purpose. One way is to simply listen to our hearts. What are we passionate about? What do we love to do? What makes us feel alive? Another way to discover our purpose is to look at our strengths and talents. What are we good at? What are we naturally gifted at? What can we contribute to the world? Once we have some idea of our purpose, we can start to take steps to live in alignment with it. This may mean changing our careers, starting our own businesses, or simply making changes to our daily lives. It may also mean getting involved in our communities and making a difference in the world. Living in alignment with our purpose is not always easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but when we stay true to our calling, we will find that it is worth it. We will find a life that is full of meaning, purpose, and joy. Our purpose is not something that is given to us. It is something that we must discover for ourselves. It is something that we must create. But when we find our purpose, we find our true calling. We find something that gives our lives meaning and direction. We find something that makes us feel alive. So don't be afraid to search for your purpose. It is out there waiting for you. And when you find it, you will know that you have found something truly special. Non-dual consciousness, exploring the concept of oneness and the dissolution of the ego. Non-dual consciousness is a state of being in which the individual experiences a sense of oneness with the universe. It is often described as a state of pure awareness in which the ego is dissolved and there is no sense of separation between oneself and the world. Non-dual consciousness has been described by many spiritual traditions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, and Advaita Vedanta. In these traditions, non-dual consciousness is seen as the ultimate goal of spiritual practice, as it is believed to be the state in which we are most truly connected to our true nature. There are many different ways to describe non-dual consciousness. Some people describe it as a state of peace, bliss, and joy. Others describe it as a state of deep understanding and insight. Still others describe it as a state of pure awareness, in which there is no sense of separation between oneself and the world. No matter how it is described, non-dual consciousness is a state of being that is often experienced as deeply transformative. People who have experienced non-dual consciousness often report feeling a sense of peace, joy, and interconnectedness with the world. They may also report feeling a sense of clarity and insight, and a greater sense of purpose in life. The dissolution of the ego is a key aspect of non-dual consciousness. The ego is the part of our mind that is responsible for our sense of self. It is the part of us that thinks, feels, and judges. The ego is what makes us feel separate from the world. When the ego is dissolved, we no longer feel separate from the world. We experience a sense of oneness with everything that is. This is a profound experience that can be very liberating. It can free us from the limitations of our ego and allow us to experience the world in a new way. Transcendence, going beyond the limitations of the physical world and connecting with higher realms of existence. Transcendence is the act of going beyond the limitations of the physical world and connecting with higher realms of existence. It is a state of being that is characterized by a sense of peace, clarity, and connection to something greater than oneself. Transcendence can be achieved through a variety of means, including meditation, prayer, yoga, and other spiritual practices. There are many different ways to define transcendence, but it is generally understood to be a state of being that is beyond the normal limits of human experience. It is a state of consciousness in which the individual feels a sense of connection to something greater than themselves, such as the universe, God, or a higher power. Transcendence can also be described as a state of pure awareness, in which the individual is free from all thoughts and emotions. There are many different ways to achieve transcendence. Some people find that it comes naturally to them, while others need to practice specific techniques to reach this state. Some of the most common ways to achieve transcendence include meditation. Meditation is a practice that involves focusing the mind on a single point, such as the breath or a mantra. Meditation can help to quiet the mind and create a sense of calm and peace. Prayer. Prayer is a form of communication with God or a higher power. Prayer can help to connect the individual with something greater than themselves and can provide a sense of comfort and support. Yoga. Yoga is a physical and spiritual practice that can help to connect the individual with their body and mind. Yoga can also help to promote relaxation and mindfulness. Other spiritual practices. There are many other spiritual practices that can help to achieve transcendence, such as chanting, drumming, dancing, and nature walks. Transcendence is a powerful experience that can have a profound impact on the individual. It can lead to a greater sense of peace, clarity, and purpose. It can also help to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Transcendence can also lead to a deeper connection with others and a greater sense of compassion and love. If you are interested in exploring transcendence, there are many resources available to help you. You can find books, articles, and websites that can teach you about different techniques for achieving this state. You can also find classes and workshops that can help you to learn more about transcendence and how to experience it for yourself. Transcendence is a journey that is unique to each individual. There is no right or wrong way to experience it. The most important thing is to find what works for you and to practice regularly. With time and effort, you can achieve transcendence and experience the many benefits that it has to offer. Enlightenment. Attaining a state of profound wisdom, liberation, and spiritual awakening. Enlightenment is a state of profound wisdom, liberation, and spiritual awakening. It is a state of being in which one has realized the true nature of reality and has transcended the limitations of the ego. Enlightenment is often described as a state of bliss, peace, and joy. There are many different paths to enlightenment, but all of them involve a process of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The first step on the path to enlightenment is to become aware of the ego and its limitations. The ego is the part of us that is identified with our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It is the part of us that believes that we are separate from the rest of the world. The ego is a necessary part of human experience, but it can also be a source of suffering. When we are identified with the ego, we are constantly caught up in our thoughts and feelings. We are constantly judging ourselves and others, and we are constantly trying to control our environment. This can lead to a great deal of stress and anxiety. The goal of enlightenment is to transcend the ego and to realize our true nature. Our true nature is not separate from the rest of the world. It is one with the universe. When we realize our true nature, we experience a sense of profound peace, joy, and liberation. There are many different ways to transcend the ego. Some people do it through meditation, yoga, or other spiritual practices. Others do it through psychotherapy or other forms of personal growth work. There is no one right way to achieve enlightenment. The important thing is to find a path that works for you and to commit to it with sincerity and dedication. The path to enlightenment is not easy. It is a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, but it is a journey that is well worth taking. Enlightenment is the ultimate goal of human existence. It is the state of being in which we realize our full potential and experience the greatest possible happiness and fulfillment. Karma and reincarnation, understanding the concept of cause and effect and the cycle of rebirth. Karma is a Sanskrit word that means action or deed. In the context of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, karma refers to the law of cause and effect. According to this law, our actions in this life have consequences that will affect our future lives. Reincarnation is the belief that after death, the soul is reborn into a new body. The type of body that we are reborn into is determined by our karma. If we have accumulated good karma, we will be reborn into a happy and prosperous life. If we have accumulated bad karma, we will be reborn into a difficult and painful life. The cycle of karma and reincarnation is believed to be endless. We are reborn again and again until we have finally exhausted all of our karma and achieved enlightenment. Enlightenment is the state of perfect awareness and understanding in which we are no longer bound by the cycle of karma and rebirth. The concept of karma and reincarnation is complex and multifaceted. There are many different interpretations of this concept, and it can be difficult to understand fully. However, the basic idea is that our actions have consequences, and that our lives are shaped by our past actions. This can be a powerful motivator for us to live our lives in a positive and ethical way. It is important to note that the concept of karma is not the same as the concept of punishment and reward. Karma is not about God or a higher power judging us and meting out punishment for our misdeeds. Karma is simply the law of cause and effect. Our actions have consequences, and those consequences will come back to us in some way. The concept of reincarnation is also not the same as the concept of heaven and hell. Reincarnation is not about being rewarded for good deeds and punished for bad deeds. Reincarnation is about learning and growing. We are reborn into new lives so that we can have the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and to make better choices. The cycle of karma and reincarnation is a cycle of learning and growth. It is a cycle of opportunity and transformation. It is a cycle that can lead us to enlightenment, the state of perfect awareness and understanding. Mystical experiences, exploring altered states of consciousness, visions, and encounters with the divine. Mystical experiences are often described as being ineffable or beyond words. They are experiences that are so profound and transformative that they cannot be adequately described in language. However, scholars and researchers have been trying to understand and explain mystical experiences for centuries. One way to understand mystical experiences is to consider them as altered states of consciousness. When we are in an altered state of consciousness, our normal waking awareness is suspended, and we experience the world in a new and different way. This can happen through meditation, prayer, psychoactive drugs, or other means. In an altered state of consciousness, we may experience visions, hearing voices, or feeling a sense of connection with the divine. We may also feel a sense of peace, joy, or love. These experiences can be very powerful and can have a profound impact on our lives. There are many different theories about what causes mystical experiences. Some researchers believe that they are caused by changes in brain chemistry. Others believe that they are caused by a connection with a higher power or reality. Still others believe that they are simply a natural part of the human experience. Whatever the cause, mystical experiences are a fascinating and important part of human life. They can provide us with insights into ourselves, the world around us, and the nature of reality. They can also be a source of great comfort and inspiration. Mindfulness. Cultivating awareness and presence in the present moment. Mindfulness is a state of awareness in which one is attentive to and aware of their present experience, thoughts, and feelings without judgment. It is a way of being that allows us to experience the present moment fully without being caught up in the past or the future. Mindfulness has been shown to have a number of benefits, including reducing stress, improving focus and concentration, and boosting mood. It can also help us to make better decisions and to be more compassionate and understanding of ourselves and others. There are many different ways to cultivate mindfulness, but some of the most common practices include meditation, yoga, and breathing exercises. Mindfulness can also be practiced in everyday activities, such as eating, walking, or taking a shower. When we practice mindfulness, we are essentially training our minds to be more present and aware. We learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, and we learn to let go of the past and the future. This allows us to live more in the present moment, which can be a very liberating and enjoyable experience. Mindfulness is a skill that takes practice, but it is well worth it. The benefits of mindfulness can be profound. Here are some tips for cultivating mindfulness. Start by practicing mindfulness for short periods of time, such as 5 or 10 minutes.